What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new, please subscribe, like the video, really helps out the algorithm. Comment below your opinions, because today we are talking about Commentary's old favorite YouTuber, IDubbbz. Now, I know for a fact IDubbbz used to be one of my favorite YouTubers, probably a lot of yours, especially if you like commentary content, especially old school commentary. You know, watching them make content cops, used to be a big event, used to be a lot of fun. Now IDubbbz is just not all the person he was back in the day. Now he just seems like a limp dick. Today, IDubbbz has been talked about a lot on Twitter because a clip has been circulating when he went on Anthony Padilla's YouTube video and talked about his fans. Let's roll the clip.
I did not like the interactions that I had with fans. There were quite a few human beings that I interacted with that just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who sucked. Some people were very much like antisocial, weird, basement dwellers. You know, the one time a month that they come out of their cave and they run into me, their favorite YouTuber.
And what would they say? What would they do?
Things that I am certainly not going to repeat. I'm talking bad words.
Words that we only say by describing the first letter?
Yeah, exactly. Boy, man, what a powerful way of putting it.
So this clip has gotten a lot of people, especially old IDubbbz fans, really pissed off. So I first found this on a tweet that said, "Dude is a jerk," has over 6,000 likes. People commenting things like, crazy how he'd attract an audience like that, with pictures of him and Tanner from when he dropped the N-word there. Why is he doing interviews? Shouldn't he be busy holding a camera for his OnlyFans girlfriend? Wait, so he can travel all that way as a fan and yell, say N-word to a celebrity, but if a fan comes up to him and does the same thing, he basically has the same reaction Tanner did. Wasn't his catchphrase N-word F-slur for a hot minute? Other people posting a video saying, does he want us to feel bad for him? Like he literally did it to himself. And whose fault is that, IDubbbz? You was out here saying the N-word with the hard R and fed into that incel behavior so hard, but now you're upset because you gotta face consequences of your racist actions. And I mean, yeah, watching IDubbbz, who we knew him to be, and as people point out, what he did with Tanner, say, yeah, guys, I hated the fans' interactions I was getting. I mean, IDubbbz wasn't that young when he was doing stuff like that, and he definitely wasn't an idiot. So for him to sit there now and be like, yeah, like, the guys were coming up to me and saying all these horrible words. Yeah, no shit they were, because you made it at one point a catchphrase almost to say these slurs and words. IDubbbz when his fans mimicked his behavior. How many times are we going to go through the same song and dance before we accept IDubbbz has moved on? I think it's pretty obvious at this point. Look at his channel. If you look at him as a person, what he's focused on now, like his boxing and stuff, IDubbbz has definitely moved on. He's not going to make a content cop ever again. He couldn't even make one now, even if he wanted to. He's done so many things or said so many things now to contradict who he was when he made content cops and to, like, shit on what got him famous, basically. But, ever since, and let's be honest, I don't give a fuck. If IDubbbz is happy, then he's happy. But, once he got with his girlfriend, that is when we saw a dramatic shift in IDubbbz's personality. If Ian ever got removed from YouTube for his Content Cop series, it would be unfortunate, but it's YouTube's right to do that. Ian made choices to take risks by making edgy content, just as I have by making an OnlyFans. I still hold the same opinion regardless, that's life. And that was in 2020, just to preface. Kind of a weird thing to tweet out about your boyfriend. Yeah, like, if he got removed from YouTube and lost his livelihood, I'd get it. Clearly, she isn't on board with the whole edgy persona that Ian had. I am enjoying, though, the tweets that have come out since this clip emerged. Remember, IDubbbz, aged 25 at the time, walked up to another YouTuber and dropped the hard R unprovoked in public. Remember IDubbbz saying slurs in almost every single video he made. Was he actually 25? That's my age. I'm 25 right now. If he was actually 25 when he did that, 1, he absolutely knew what he was doing. 2, he would have understood the audience he was creating. And 3, I have no fucking sympathy for him. Many former edgelords turn into the moral busybodies of the present because the public eye has a memory span that makes a goldfish look impressive. But IDubbbz happens to be a recent enough case that people remember his edgy past enough to call him out for his hypocrisy. There are also some people, be it a minority it seems anyway, on Twitter saying, I'm so glad IDubbbz actually grew up and started doing shit he likes instead of continuing to be the 2016 edgy humor guy. I think if you actually like IDubbbz, I really enjoyed IDubbbz's content before. He wasn't just edgy humor. Like, the reason Content Cops was so successful was because he genuinely made good arguments and then like blended it in with like skits or something funny. It wasn't just I'm an edgy humor. Like obviously there was edgy humor, a lot more like way back, but you know, the more recent, like even the Rice Gum stuff, like it was just good. It was good content as well. But to be fair, this was back when H3H3 was a bit bearable and they made videos together making fun of Logan Paul. So it actually seems like lifetimes ago because H3H3 is like a massively unbearable prick. IDubbbz fell off so hard, man. I couldn't care less if he moved on from his old content or not. But the way he goes about trying to distance himself from it as much as possible is so fucking stupid. I think as well, that's something that I find quite weird and like irks me a bit is you can say like, okay, I made mistakes in the past. I would say these slurs. I would do these things. But like to completely like look back at your old content in disgust, you know, there was good stuff there, and it would still be good if it came out today. And that is why you're IDubbbz. That is literally the reason you are in a position you are now, and you have all your money, and you have your life, and everything is because you are IDubbbz, or you were, and that is what propelled you to insane fame once upon a time. Even if you've moved on, you can still acknowledge, like, okay, mistakes were made, but also, there's some stuff I really fucking like back there. I don't have to grimace at it every time someone brings it up.
It's part of, like, the history of, like, the channel and stuff, but definitely, like, I mean, as almost 30-year-olds, or he is 30, it's like, you look back on that and you're like, holy I can't believe we fucking...
It was a different time back then, for sure.
I don't think it's fair to say it was that different.
It was just,
I think I was different, for sure.
Well, I think people have the same problem with me. Is it the same have a problem with you?
Yeah.
Is that we both used to be like edgy comedians and we were a part of the larger commentary community. And as we've aged, we've realized that, you know, you want to conduct yourself differently.
Well, when you start interacting
caring
with the actual world and you're not in your bedroom creating like sitting in your bedroom for 19 hours creating a hit piece on someone, basically, like, and you actually interact with human beings, you sort of realize like that isn't really real life.
Funny as well, in that clip we just watched of H3 podcast, you know, he's calling out these basement dwellers in the Anthony Padilla video.
Some people were very much like antisocial, weird basement dwellers. You know, the one time a month that they come out of their cave and they run into me, their favorite YouTuber.
While openly admitting here that the reason he was sitting at home making hit pieces was because he was a basement dweller who didn't have anything going on, antisocial, didn't interact with the real world, so he thought it was fine and made these videos.
Well, when you start interacting
caring
with the actual world and you're not in your bedroom creating like sitting in your bedroom for 19 hours creating a hit piece on someone, basically, like, and you actually interact with human beings.
So maybe a little bit in the Anthony Padilla thing, he is projecting as well, because that was who he was. He was one of these basement dwellers he's calling out, saying these slurs.
It's part of, like, the history of, like, the channel and stuff, but definitely, like, I mean, as almost 30-year-olds, or he is 30, it's like, you look back on that and you're like, holy I can't believe we...
Why is Anissa saying we can't believe? You weren't anything to do with IDubbbz's channel back then. Are you guys old IDubbbz fans? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you agree that IDubbbz isn't what he used to be, and if this changes the way you look at him, if it hasn't already been changed. I'm sure most of it has. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.